Hey, so going a little more real and raw without my glasses on today. So I kind of want to talk to you guys about one of the things that came along with me having ACC, the Adrenocortical Carcinoma that is on my kidneys. Is I got another disease with it, and when I had a thing pop up on my Facebook timeline, and it was like, hey, share this. And it was a year ago with my wife and I at the Raiders game. And I was looking at my face and I'm like, man, it was there. Everything was there. A year ago, it was showing. It was showing if I had the right people who knew what they were looking for. I bet it's not a common thing to be looking for. You would have seen it. You would have seen it. I had the big bags that are here. They were a little smaller, but that's part of Cushing's is that, and usually when they test for Cushing's, that's when they can find out that I had the tumor, and we could already be in a year into this. But we are at day 6. So, yeah. A couple days removed from chemotherapy. Just an update on side effects there. I had a couple mild headaches. Outside of that, I haven't had no nausea, anything like that. I haven't had any real issues with how chemotherapy went. It didn't affect me. Nothing's falling out yet. No hair. I do this on purpose. It's less upkeep. It's cheaper than what it was. Yeah. I tried growing my hair out. And it's funny too, man, because after I started eating right and everything, it was, you can see spots in my bald spot. Like there's actual hair coming back. Imagine that I get cancer and I start growing new hair in my bald spots. But yeah, it's just funny to me. Today was a good day, man. It was a good day. So I'm gonna go over what came along with it, with this Cushing's disease. They either call it Cushing's disease or Cushing's syndrome, depending on which doctor you're talking to. But that's basically what makes the cortisol, the stress hormone, in excess. That's the one I was talking about, where it's like astronomical compared to what normal people have. And sometimes people get it with their meds or different tumors. Mine's obviously with mine. And it leads to weight gain. So everything that I've been doing to try and lose weight, other than eating right, like once I cut everything out, the weight gain stopped. But the weight loss, it took forever to happen because of this. It leads, and it does the high blood pressure. It makes the thinner limbs. It's eating like the muscles in and everything, mostly my legs and butt. And so I have to counteract that with actually exercising and working out. And I've been trying to do that more and more. And then easy bruising and thin skin. So this part's gonna be a little more graphic, and I'm sorry, but like when I bruise, and it takes a long time to heal. It's been healing better lately, but like these are old, man. These are 2 weeks old and they look fresh. That's where my port is. But there's other spots, and like if I went lower, it's a lot more because the blood pulled lower. So that, and then weight gain is especially in the top part, which my lower half has gotten a lot smaller than my upper half. And then the face, it blows your face up like bad. it also accounts for part of my high blood pressure. So one of the big reasons I'm bringing this up is it's usually fixed by surgery, right? They can get it out of, if there's a tumor, they can get it out. Well, they can't get my tumor out. That's not a thing. It's literally spread into one of my arteries. So until it can shrink and get out of there, no go. That'll take me off the table. One of my doctors said, well, the surgeon said, that even if they did the surgery, even if they did it, max it would give me is maybe 12 months. Add another 12 to my life. But recovering from said surgery, because of how invasive and how intrusive it would be, would take about 6 months. So 6 months of misery to have 6 months and no Cushing's and no tumor. That's not even an option worth weighing. I couldn't see anybody taking that deal. Like, no, thank you. I'm good, man. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna eat my way through this. And I know that sounds so bad, but that's what we're doing. We're using every food possible. You'd be surprised how well your body runs when you give it the right fuel. It's amazing. And I'm not saying you gotta cut everything out. You just gotta stop eating the standard American diet. It's sad. You know, you gotta cut out Doritos. You gotta cut out a lot of things. All the processed shit. All the shit they get you hooked on. I know. I was there. I was hooked on all of it. All of it. Anyway, new drug on the market. Isturisa. Right? Now, this drug is 18 grand a month. 18 G's. Yo, I can't afford that. Nobody can. No regular person can, luckily, because everybody is counting me out. My insurance finally said yes. So they said yes, and it showed up today. So today is day one. Within 2 weeks, they said I should be seeing progress, like a lot. So I wanted to do this video a little more raw and show a little more of me, a little more of my face, my torso, so that you can see that as these changes actually happen, you'll be able to see it for yourself. And if you do have Cushing's, here's to you, man. I know what it's like. And if you don't, let me give you a rundown. There's times when you walk through the store, right? And people are just staring at you like, what in the actual heck is going on with this dude's face? Like, how high is he? What's he on? Why is his face like that? Why is it blown up like that? Why does it look red? Why does it have those? What's wrong with his eyes? Man, people will stare, man. They got no couth. They don't care. They're like, I'm sure we're all guilty of it. Sometimes when you see an abnormality out in the public, it stops you in your tracks and you look and you just remember those people are people too, man. They notice it. They know when you do it. They know when you hesitate, when you're looking and you got that weird look on your face, man. They know it. And it's okay. It's okay to not understand things, not know what's happening, and be. It's when you do it too much, or you make it blatantly obvious, and you just. It's a bit much. But this change was not drastic. It wasn't fast. It's been there a while, and I think that everybody that I knew just attributed it to the stress and lack of sleep and things like that, and just kind of assumed that's all it was. You know, that's what I would think back then. Now I know better, but back then that's all I would have thought of. So, yeah. I also got deemed disabled by the state of Washington now. I am 100% disabled. Because they also don't expect me to be around long. That's kind of a thing. It's a theme that I've noticed. Is that when you get diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, man, people will count you out. They just assume you're ready to lay down and die. Like, all right. And it's even more, I don't know, it's even more prominent, I would say, when you have somebody when it's like attached to one of your organs. It's not a common cancer. You know, you tell somebody, oh, I have breast cancer. Most common cancer in the world. They're like, poor dear. God love you. Let's cut your tit off. Call it a day. Or, I have prostate cancer. All right. Let's go inside there. Take it all out. Call it a day. Also very common. Brain cancer. Like, bye. It's nice knowing you. Lung cancer. It's another one. Off you go. Kidney cancer. Now you got 2. You should be all right. No. It spreads like a demon. It just spreads everywhere. How do you combat that? Chemotherapy. Yeah. Chemotherapy, a really good diet. And then maybe immunotherapy, the pills you take afterwards. That's a possibility too, that I might move into that after chemo. But we were able to get my next 4 chemos lined up, which is nice. Gonna actually hopefully catch a couple Mariners games on the last one. You know, let's go sit up in the cheap seats and hang out. Love the Yums, man. They did an amazing job last year, and so proud of them boys. Speaking of, my family's been pretty awesome in this. They've all helped out in their own ways, just being there, but my youngest has stepped up in a way that you would not believe. Man, you would not believe it. And today was something super special. I had somebody I've never met reach out to me on Facebook, and she knows my wife and my boys. Used to be their neighbor. And she said that she doesn't know me, but she loves seeing the effect I've had on this family and the way I changed it from how they were to how they are now. It's a pretty good feeling to hear, man. Pretty good feeling to hear about. She said to give my wife all of her love and to kiss the boys for me. So tonight, while the youngest was down and we were playing Madden, I'm like, you gotta get ready for bed, my dude. And get a shower, get your pajamas, brush your teeth, knock it out. Be ready to go, because tomorrow's regular start. You don't get an early start because you lost that, because today is Monday. He's like, all right, zero argument, no attitude. It's like, yeah, it's great hanging out with you. I'm like, it's great hanging out with you. Now understand, this young man is 9 years old and has stepped up in a way that most people can't, to help his family, to help the man that he calls his dad. And that's my boy. I tell you what, that is my boy. They're both my boys. I might not be the bio dad, but tell you what, I've spent enough time with them, helping them become better men. They're my boys. So this one comes over just like a regular night and gives me a hug, and he's like, I'm sorry if I hit any of your bruises. I'm like, those bruises do not hurt me. I did not get them from any kind of trauma. It's just blood pooled underneath my skin. It will go away eventually. So he was a little freaked out. And then he leaned forward in front of me. And so one thing that I do on kind of a regular basis when we're hanging out or we're driving around is I take his hair and I push it forward like that. 1, so that he knows I'm there. 2, so that he knows I love him. And 3, that boy has the worst damn cow leg I have ever seen in my life, and won't go down, but I try every time. He's got gorgeous hair, gorgeous straight hair that I would have killed for at any point in time in my life. It looks so good, and he can, yeah, he's good. But he's leaning forward and he goes, no, I mean, you remember what this lady said. And I kissed him on the cheek, and then he was like, I love you, good night. And he took off. And everywhere he goes, he's a running little fool. He's like a rocket. He's got so much energy, it's awesome. And that wasn't the same way it was like a year and a half ago. He got a peanut butter injection, and he gained like 20 pounds. It was like, I ain't going nowhere fast. But we reined in the amount of video games and what he was eating and fixed all that, and it was amazing. But that was the first time. It's the first time that he had ever let me kiss him on the cheek, and it was that's why I know I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it to remission. I can't make it to recovery because there isn't one. It doesn't ever go away, but I'm gonna make it to remission. My face is gonna get fixed. I'm gonna be able to breathe again. I'm gonna keep working on any muscle and pain weakness. I know for a fact that I'm gonna make it a long while. I'm gonna see that boy's children. I promise that. And I'm gonna be here every day telling you my stories, telling you all about it. I'm not going anywhere. This bear will fight tooth and nail every day. Anything I gotta do, I'm gonna make happen, man. Because there's nothing better. And I didn't know this for a very, very long time. But now that I do, and I've changed my life around it, there ain't nothing better than having your family love you. And I spent so much of my life in the wrong and not understanding that I didn't really want to live, sorry, and be here in this, you know? I just drank what I want, ate what I want, did what I want, didn't care about anybody else. And I was a piece of shit. And that person is dead now. But he left me the sentence afterwards. Because I had to learn, I had to grow. And then I had to forgive myself for all I'd done. And I had to earn that family's love twice. And I did it. And it was a long, hard road. But now, I'm becoming the bear. I'll talk to you tomorrow.